Voyage.
The two federal agents radiated the generalized menace that seemed to come with their professions, even while sipping Moroccan mint tea. Though I was Ashkenazi, I had to admit, the Sephardim of North Africa had better tea.
Where were you on Tuesday, September 5th?
With my lawyer. She raised an eyebrow, irritated by the answer.
Is that a joke?
No. Menachem Cohen. He goes by Mickey. I can give you his card if you like.
Did you know Felix Bauer?
Personally? No. They shifted in their seats, their postures stiffening, as if I had just admitted to Felix's murder.
You knew him?
I knew of him. We never spoke directly.
Why would you know of him?
Myself, Mickey, we are part of a group that supports Javier Ramirez for president.
A super PAC?
Yes and no.
What's the no part?
I wished I could tell them everything. It would be easier. Though I had to admit, it was a bit of fun to see how easily I could get a rise out of the stiff federal agents. I'm afraid any questions about that I'd have to defer to my attorney.
Bauer was a low-level staffer. Even if you are involved in Ramirez's campaign for president, why would you know of a low-level staffer working for his opponent?
We historically have found it valuable to be extremely well-informed.
You're Olive Bed.
I didn't say that.
You're not denying it either. Your great-grandfather was Ben's V. He said it openly, in a courtroom, in New York, after he killed a guy.
You think I killed Felix?
Olive Bed, what is it? And what does it have to do with the poisoned staffer for Dirk Wolf's campaign?
To the agents, I said nothing. But the answer rattled around in my brain automatically, considering it had been the defining force of my life. The Aleph Bet organization was born at Auschwitz, where my great-grandfather was taken. He was 13. The first man he killed was at Auschwitz, a capo who beat his father's head with a club. Ben stabbed him with a metal fork. Ben's sister Rachel was there too. Their story had been passed down, told in such vivid detail from one descendant to another that I could always picture it, like I'd been there myself. Rachel was the only person who could make the family laugh in Auschwitz. She fell in love with a goy, Johann, Polish Catholic that was caught up after trying to help the Jews of Warsaw. Rachel, only 17, participated in an uprising in the camp, machine gun in hand. 2,000 prisoners revolted. Nearly 1,700 were dead before they hit the camp's inner gate, but they took 112 German soldiers with them. Rachel was assumed to be the leader because she was seen leading the charge. They cut her hair, beat her, broke her legs, her arms, all while the boy she loved, Johann, watched. She was abused from dawn till dusk, when she was dragged out to a platform to be beaten once more in front of an audience of concentration camp prisoners. And that's when she laughed. And before they could abuse her further, it was Johann, her lover, who threw the Molotov cocktail that killed her, sparing her further pain. Meanwhile, Ben's V had escaped to the hills, and Aleph Bet would live through him all the way to this day. To me.
Mr. Kantorowicz?
I had gotten lost in my reverie. Yes?
A man is dead. This is not a joke. We need to understand how this organization is connected, and what it is.
Then you need to understand ancestry. The past isn't pictures in a dusty photo album. The past is alive. The past is here with us today. Jonas Wagner. Find out his real name, his real history.
You're leaving out yours.
Ancestry is everything in this case. Everything.
Well, if you're not going to be more cooperative, Mr. Kantorowicz, we'll have no choice but to look into you, your family, whatever this Aleph Bet thing is, deeper.
Good. I couldn't tell them more. They had to find out for themselves. It was the only way this could all work. It was so strange to see the female agent, Carmen, but it made sense. Beauty could be born from hate. When she found out the truth of it all, of her ancestry, she'd understand her role and why Felix wanted to speak to her. After some more vaguely threatening chatter, the agents reluctantly left. I headed to the Jewish assisted living facility on Wabash Street, where Charlotte Schlesinger and Larry Cantor lived, and filled them in on what was going on, between bites of chocolate babka they foisted upon me. Larry was Ben Zv's nephew, a young man back in the 1960s. Today, he and Charlotte were in their late 80s.
If Dirk Wolf becomes president, everything we've done, everything we've sacrificed, was for nothing.
Larry Cantor nodded along solemnly. It was surreal to see him as he was now, a sweet old man, still tall but his posture now bowed, wearing his favorite red sweater, his hands gnarled and spotted. He spent most of his time these days watching TV or movies. He told me that any movie where they say secure the perimeter was a movie he'd watched. This kindly old man had killed the last Dirk Wolf, the one Mengeles had groomed since back in his laboratory at Auschwitz, whom Thor had planned to groom for Dirk's current position. A young man, ostensibly to anyone on the outside looking in, a normal young man. A basketball player of some renown, just living his life in America. A young man named Noah Bryant. Larry and Noah had been friends, dorm mates even. But on a basketball court, with one crushing fist, Larry killed him. An accident, it could be argued. Charlotte had no knowledge of the real story at first. Unwittingly, she had even been Noah's lover for a time. She could have been forgiven for thinking there was some sort of love triangle motive at play, but no. When Charlotte found out, so many years ago, the real reason Larry killed Noah, she had asked Hy Levine, Mickey's great-grandfather, if the killing was over. They had told her, for now.
We knew this day would come. That's why you were raised the way you were, Aaron.
Have you read the polls? Wolf is more popular with Jews than Ramirez.
I know. We're trying to make inroads with that.
This isn't just about us. America, for all its flaws, has still stood for something as long as I've been alive. The day Dirk takes office, God forbid.
You're acting like he's already won.
He can win. Understand that. Aaron, you've known relative peace all your life. It's not your fault, but it softened you. You think, at the end of the day, everything will be all right. Good will carry the day, and that's dangerous. The unthinkable can and will happen. And then everyone, not just Jews, will suffer in America under a new Third Reich. By the time the American people can understand what's going on, they will be completely powerless to stop it.
He's good, Aaron. American as apple pie. The time has worked in their favor.
And he beat your man at the debate.
Post-debate polling shows it was more of a toss-up.
Let's not lie to each other.
We're handling it.
I won't be alive to see it all. If he wins, I'll most likely only live to see the beginning of the end. After 86 years, Aaron, I don't want to die knowing that's what's coming.
You're a smart boy, but you might be too nice. I'm sorry to say, you can't win this nice. You just can't. I wish the world was different. It isn't.
And here I thought I was just coming for babka.
Take it with you. We have too much anyway. Let Mickey do what he thinks. He's not as nice as you.
We'll get there.
I hope so. But hope is dangerous too.
Aaron, close the door behind you.
Menachem Mickey Cohen. To understand Mickey was to understand that he chose the nickname Mickey, So people would think of the Jewish gangster Mickey Cohen, who had once beaten Nazi sympathizers Robert Noble and Ellis Jones while he was in prison for bookmaking. Our Mickey's real history was in some ways equally colorful. His great-grandfather was Hy Levine, one of the earliest members of the Aleph Bet. Hy Levine was married to a woman named Francine. Francine was infertile. Francine was not Mickey's great-grandmother. Hy Levine had stepped outside the marriage and had a child with another woman, the result of an affair. That child had grown up, had a child of his own, and so on. Mickey was Hy's bastard great-grandson. Like Hy, he was a lawyer. I had been told Hy had an anxious streak. There was one thing Mickey inherited from him, it was that. His favorite 2 words were, "what if?"
What if this dip is permanent?
It's a post-debate dip. History says it's not permanent.
We already lost once.
Hand-wringing is not a solution.
God damn it, Aaron. If someone doesn't worry about this shit, maybe we're too optimistic about Americans.
The American public likes low taxes, being tough on crime, and moderate social policies. Our man was a cop. His father was a bricklayer. He beat a Republican incumbent favored by double digits in Florida. He can turn this. He is the American dream in human form.
He's still part of the system. Dirk, to the voters, is new. And new can be anything. Old is always the same. That's how voters are thinking about this.
New can also be scary, unproven, inexperienced, radical.
Radical. Olive branches and doves. This Kennedy-looking motherfucker says the word peace 20 times in every speech. He's about as radical as cottage cheese.
Then we need to make people understand.
How? Oh, shit.
What?
He's here.
Now?
Yeah, I lost track of time.
Mr. Cohen, we have the candidate here.
Yeah, let him in. Close the door behind them.
Aaron,
Javi.
he's always like this. This is a new look on you. You tight?
The numbers? We're concerned.
Do we really think the American people are gonna suddenly vote in a third party? After 150 years? It's one thing to talk about it, to say it in a poll, but when you stare at a ballot after spending your whole life voting Democrat or Republican, it's gonna feel strange to do something else.
We need it to feel wrong.
We gotta go at them, Javi.
If I can start defining myself by what I think of Dirk Wolf, I become invisible. It's not about me, my track record, my policies. It's just me slinging dirt in an alley against a guy who never says a harsh word about anyone. It'd be like me beating up a missionary.
You gotta get this, Javi. We're already in the alley. This is a street fight in suits, and I promise you, they have a shiv, goddamn shiv, hidden in their fucking bouquet of peace flowers. You need to take that missionary and bash his head into a dumpster.
What would we even say about him?
Have you found anything?
No criminal record, married one woman, never divorced, never had an affair. As governor, he helped with the founding of schools for at-risk students and nonprofits to assist veterans. The guy is spotless.
Can we lean into that?
How?
He doesn't take a stand on the hard issues. Being middle of the road isn't an answer for the problems facing America. America needs a leader willing to take strong positions on key issues. That kind of thing.
That get your balls tingling, Javi?
Jesus, Mickey.
That's my divining rod.
I suppose it's the only lane we've got.
It's not bad, Aaron. Paying our friend Wolf is so soft he won't be able to take on the gig. Lean into Javi's cop days.
I'd argue this has the benefit of being true.
That's no benefit in politics.
Mickey asked me to hang around while he dealt with more campaign business. I went outside and sat in my car where I watched the sunset. Mickey eventually walked out of the campaign building. He had a funny way of walking, like he was always walking to a fight. Maybe he was.
Buy me a drink.
Where?
Home.
I wouldn't want to intrude on you and Layla.
Nothing to intrude on. We're only going to your house. It's the only home I've got left.
She took off?
Went back to Tunisia.
Are you kidding me?
Can't really blame her. She made a bad bet. Better to take the loss now.
You're not so bad.
We're not married.
Sometimes it feels like we are.
Shit. You know you're the love of my life.
And you're a lunatic. She was a good woman, Mickey.
I know. Don't remind me. You not locking your door anymore?
Of course I locked it. Mickey pulled his Ruger LCP-2 from his ankle holster. He always carried. He wanted me to always carry, but I'd never had to fire a gun in my life, at least apart from on the gun range. We had both been trained. That was part of being Aleph Bet. But after a few years of carrying, I stopped. I did own a gun. It was in a safe in my bedroom, which made it about as useful as a water gun right now.
Go back to the car.
What are you doing?
Covering you. Go.
I retreated toward my car. Mickey carefully loitered in front of me, Ruger aimed at the open doorway. We didn't expect the shots to come from behind us. I hit the dirt, or more accurately, my concrete walkway. Mickey fired back at our unknown shooter. Wherever he was, I couldn't see him.
Inside.
What? Why? You just told me to go over there.
They must have figured out you weren't home and waited for us outside. Not enough cover out here. If there's more of them, they'll flank us. Go, now.
I slid into the house like I was sliding into home base and threw the front door shut as soon as Mickey got in after me.
You hear that?
My gun's in my room.
Get it. There's more of them.
I raced to my bedroom while Mickey stalked forward towards my rear sliding glass door, which we'd heard open. Shit. I kept a Springfield 1911 in my gun safe. I was clumsy with it, out of practice. The Aleph Bet's covert war with Thor had been so focused on politics, on nonviolent battle, that I was simply out of practice. I probably hadn't even shot this gun on the range in 5 years. Even with both of us armed, we were outgunned here. On the plus side, surely my terrified neighbors had frantically alerted the cops. That meant we had maybe another 2 minutes to survive before they got here. But 2 minutes might be the rest of our lifetime. How many? Hard to tell. With my heart pounding like it was going to explode out of my chest, I risked stepping out of my bedroom. I fired at a shape, darting back from the doorway of my kitchen. I advanced slowly.
Benzona! Kosemek!
Had they shot Mickey? I wouldn't find out if I didn't take care of the shooter in front of me. He popped out from hiding inside the entryway to the kitchen and I fired again. The shots hit the wall, maybe 6 inches to the right of my head. The wall, I realized my advantage. This was my home. I knew it intimately. The shooter didn't. The area he was hiding, there was a cabinet, an oven range, but above them, basically just drywall. That wouldn't stop a bullet. I hurried to the wall and fired through it at chest level. I came around the corner. The man was face down. His blood staining my white tile, still clinging to his last moments of life. His mouth moved like he was trying to say something, but no sound emerged. He died with his jaw dropped, like it was a big surprise to him. I guess it is to anyone. With him vanquished, I strode toward the sound of Mickey's voice, only to discover 2 more shooters waiting for me. They were in my back room standing over Mickey's body. I somehow managed to hit one of them, but the other had me dead to rights. I saw him, saw his eyes focused on me, submachine gun raised. I guess this was it. This was how I would die. Mickey lurched up and shot the man from his position on the floor. His bullet went up through the shooter's chin and into his brain. Are you hit?
They shot me in the ass. I played possum. You were a good distraction.
Well, this'll be fun to explain.
Good thing you have your lawyer with you.
Endgame is a production of Voyage Media. The series is produced by Nat Mundel, Robert Mitas, and Dan Benamor.
Executive produced by Norman Shabel, based on Norman Shabel's novel, The Aleph Bet Conspiracy, available on Amazon. A link is in the show notes.
Directed by Semmel. Written by Dan Benamor. Starring Maya Imani Estephanos as Carmen and Mitch Urban as Volkov. Additional cast credits available in the show notes. Edited, sound designed, and mixed by Christopher Moore. Original music by Derlis Gonzalez. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you're listening.
And subscribe now for future episodes.